We just watched the trailer for Thor Ragnarok, and apparently, in the Marvel Universe, outer space is a wild 80s paradise retro adventure land.
That's right, baby. It's time for movie trailer trash. Enjoy.
All right, just like Charlie mentioned, we watched the trailer for Thor Ragnarok. I am Bethany, and this is Movie Trailer Trash.
Whoa, I'm Charlie.
And that's Charlie. So welcome if you're new to the podcast. Strap in. We're going for a ride.
Strap in. So, yeah, we watched the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Just came out today on the day that we're recording.
Which we don't usually do that, but we literally couldn't wait.
But it was just so amazing that we had to at least say, do at the very least an episode of it.
We had to do it quick. Well, here's the thing. Usually we'll see a trailer, and we might do it that week if it's a really good trailer, but Charlie sent me this trailer this morning, and then I was just like, LOL, we're doing that tonight.
LOL, smiley, OMFG.
I don't do that.
No?
You know, I'm not into emoticons and all that crap.
I've seen you send emoticons.
Sure, but it's not really me. I'm not that girl.
They should make a Thor's hammer emoticon.
Definitely.
Or emoji.
Well, anyway.
How old are we, emoticons?
Anyway, got a little off topic there, but okay. So first of all, they're calling this a teaser. So shut up. It's 1:50. That's not a teaser. It's not even. It's just a trailer, guys.
And it's like a perfect trailer too.
It's perfect. Yeah, that's the thing that I was kind of frustrated. They're calling it a teaser, and I'm like, great. That means they're gonna give us a trailer that tells too much.
Right.
Because it's perfect. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, it shows me how fun it's gonna be. It shows me some action. It tells me a little bit of the drama, but I still don't really know what's happening.
Well,
and that's awesome. I don't want to know what's happening. I don't want it to be ruined for me.
The thing that I remembered right before we started watching this one, when I was looking up some like who the director and the writer was and things like that, is I remembered that this movie has Doctor Strange in it.
Oh yeah, well, that wasn't in the trailer, was it?
No,
oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the trailer didn't show that Doctor Strange is in it, and he is in it.
I didn't know for sure that he was going to be, but I thought I had heard rumors that he would.
Well, I think he's a big part of it, judging by the end of Doctor Strange.
What happens at the end of Doctor Strange? I don't remember.
Post-credits?
Wait.
Where Thor's
Spoiler
having a beer.
alert. Oh, okay.
With Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
How about this? If you haven't seen Doctor Strange, that wasn't really a spoiler. It's just a silly little clip at the end. But watch Doctor Strange, first of all. It's really good. It really is.
However, not going to be anywhere near as good as this movie, which I'm calling it now.
Oh, man. Wait, you can't do ratings yet.
Why?
Because we're not there yet.
Well, it wasn't going to be a rating. I was just going to make an overarching statement.
Okay, go ahead.
This is going to be the best Marvel movie and will be the best Marvel movie moving forward.
And nothing will beat it?
And nothing will beat it.
Wow. No, that's interesting because, that's a big statement, a bold statement to make because there's been so many great ones. And also, though, it's interesting because if it does end up being one of the best ones, if it ends up being the best movie, it'll be out of the weakest franchise, out of the weakest series because Thor 1 and 2 are very weak.
I like...
they're fun. Both of them are fun.
I like the second Thor a lot.
The second Thor is great. The first Thor is fun but substanceless, and they didn't really do a lot of character development, so that was frustrating. But it was fun. They're all fun. I've not seen one yet that I don't like.
Well, this one's going to be even more fun. This one looks to be... which
universe.
A lot of people are saying that it's like moving more towards Guardians of the Galaxy territory.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention.
Which is good because I think that that Guardians is amazing, and if it wasn't for my previous love of superheroes, Guardians would be my favorite Marvel movie, I think.
Well, yeah, you can't help it because we have superheroes that we know and love, and it's hard not to like that better, especially when the movies are so on par with each other. They're all so good that it's hard to compare. That's why I say that Thor 1 and 2 are some of the weakest ones, because even though they're good, they're the only one, I don't see them on par with Captain America and Iron Man. Yeah. Even the worst Iron Man movie, which I think is Iron Man 2, is still probably better than the first Thor.
Well, I kind of, had a little bit of purpose in that opening thing where as Marvel is kind of making outer space this goofy 1980s arcade world.
It's straight up It's straight up a 1980s space movie too.
You
It
know?
like reminds me
everything
of the,
is like bright neon pink and green and orange and stuff.
it reminds me of The Fifth Element a little bit, which might have been 90s. I'm not sure, but because it's like that goofy space stuff where like everyone wears these elaborate outfits and crazy makeup and which
it's
is
awesome
fun.
because I mean when Marvel Comics got really outer spacey, so like I think the Infinity Gauntlet story is from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
And those comics are like super bright. And like they're like pink and purple and yellow and there's all these colors all over the place. And so I think that they're kind of going for that in outer space and keeping Earth kind of
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
fun. I think that like the Defenders are Earth. You know, and then the movies are going to go towards outer space.
The Defenders being the Netflix universe. Okay, I'm going to call that the Marvel Netflix universe.
Okay.
Just for simplicity. That's interesting. I always forget that is the same universe as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that those people are a part of the same world, you know? But anyway, okay, so a couple things I want to say. I was reading a whole bunch on Twitter to see what other people were saying. Basically, the main things I'm seeing is people just showing the gif and quoting the end where he's like, yes, he literally, and that's the thing that's funny is he doesn't like yell or like, you know, manly. He's just like literally like a little boy being like realizing his friend's at camp with him or something. Like, you know, it's like he went to a strange camp and he sees a friend and he's like, yes. And then
By the way, out there, kids, don't go to strange camps.
Well, whatever. You know, a camp he'd never been to before. It doesn't matter. But no, he says yes. And then they all look at him like, dude, we're about to have you fight the Hulk. And then, you know, he says, we know each other. And he says it like they should all be excited for them. And they're all just looking at him like, what the heck? And then he says, we work together, which is great. Or does he say from work?
He's a friend from work.
He's a friend from work. But yeah, so that's great. And so everybody loves that. And I think that's the main reason people are saying it's got a Guardians of the Galaxy feel. I mean, all of it from the very beginning when he does the whole, I bet you're wondering how I got here, which is like a meme right now or has been for a while, you know, where people do the record screeches and then they're like, so I bet you're wondering how I got here. He literally does that.
Yeah. And that's from the 80s.
And so
that's where that's originated.
And so that's funny. And so it definitely has the Guardians of the Galaxy humor feel to it. But
which, I mean, kind of Thor himself has been like that for a little while.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We got to remember that the Thor movies especially have always been very funny. Like, more so comedies than anything else, I think. Like, whereas... Yeah, the first one is just a comedy. There's nothing worthwhile in except for the humor.
Yeah, Thor has been the funny, well, except for Robert Downey Jr. But Thor is like, his character is goofy.
Look,
he's like kind of a meathead, and that's why he's funny. And
he speaks differently and whatever. But the thing is, it's funny. We know that they're funny, but this is like a different level. It's like out of his element. It's a different world.
And just seeing Jeff Goldblum makes me laugh.
Yeah, I guess.
He's so awesome.
So, okay, there's Jeff Goldblum in it.
I forgot who I was telling. Was I telling you or maybe it was someone else that I hope that Jeff Goldblum's character in this movie is just the same character from the apartments.com commercials?
I don't know what that is.
I'll show them to you later.
I've never seen
They're
that.
amazing.
Anyway, okay, so another thing I'm seeing on Twitter is a bunch of people are super excited that Cate Blanchett is going to be in it. And a bunch of people are saying, finally, Marvel's going to give us a great villain again.
And a lady villain at that.
So that's interesting. I don't know anything really about Cate Blanchett, except I just found out that she is Lady Galadriel. So in The Lord of the Rings.
Do we have any idea that if that's the right way of saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Lord of the Rings fan.
I saw the first one and I fell asleep during the second one.
Well, you're a jerk. You're a jerk and now I'm mad. Okay, sorry.
I've fallen asleep during the second Lord of the Rings 3 separate times.
That's not true.
Yeah.
You're exaggerating. You are exaggerating.
Fine, 2 separate times.
Yes. All right. So
I thought 3 would be funnier.
Anyway, the point is, I liked her in that, and I guess people really like her, and I don't know really anything about that villain, but people are saying also that she looks like a mom who has like an emo child and is trying to be cool, and so she's all emo like the child. They're like, hey, I'm cool too. See, I've got the emo look. So that's kind of funny. And then everybody's talking about how hot Loki looks. Hotter than normal even. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on Twitter.
Is that what you're just telling me what you're seeing in your own mind?
No, everybody's talking about that, man.
Everybody?
Everybody is showing that gif of him spinning the little
His daggers.
knives, his little daggers. And then what else? There was one other thing I was going to say that people are talking about.
The winged helmet.
Oh, well, no, yeah, I did see a couple of people talking about that.
The winged helmet is awesome.
Yeah. One thing that I think is interesting is that basically in this weird 1980s space world, it also is like the Roman Empire and they have gladiator fights.
Well, I think they're on a different planet.
Well, yeah.
All of the different planets have different,
but
stuff.
I'm just saying, though, like it's straight up a gladiator fight. Like exactly.
Yeah. It's just
The
like how
whole
Asgard is
thing-
just a, medieval kingdom, pretty much.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the whole thing looks exactly like the actual Colosseum and the whole way it's set up. So I guess the idea, I mean, what we are to assume is that these people are finding warriors from all over the place and making them fight.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
gets to
that's
fight
exactly
the
what's
Hulk.
happening. They're just like kidnapping people and making them fight for Jeff Goldblum's amusement,
I'm
which
interested.
is hilarious.
I'm interested to see where Loki comes in because he was definitely on the couch with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I didn't notice that the first couple
Um,
times I watched it, actually.
watching. So for whatever reason, they're not making him fight. So maybe he's like, in on it with them. Maybe he helped them to find Thor. Who knows?
And so another reason this is exciting, this movie is exciting, is because it's a combination of a few different stories.
Yeah.
Of
actual comic book stories.
yeah, because there's like that Planet Hulk one where Hulk takes over the universe or takes over the planet that he crash lands on.
Yeah.
And then there's a Ragnarok story, and so it's a combination of a whole bunch of things. You don't really know what's going to happen. The
Which
director,
is nice for people who are fans of the comic books that they'll still have some mystery. They're not going to have it all spoiled for them.
right? And well, first of all, I was going to mention that I'm not going to watch any more trailers until it comes out.
I think I want to do the same, but at the same time, how long is it till it comes out?
Let me check.
Well, anyway, it doesn't really matter, but if it doesn't come out soon and then they release a trailer, I might have to watch it. I don't know if I have the willpower, is all I'm saying.
November 3rd.
Oh my God, that's so long. Even if I tried not to watch another trailer, come, August, I'll probably be like, I can't wait.
See, I could easily not watch another trailer.
I might not.
Because first of all, I think it's important. Second of all, I watch all of my sports on streaming services that just have commercial
Yeah,
break
you
in
could
progress.
avoid it. I only watch
I
trailers
only watch
when I look them up.
Netflix. We don't have cable. We very rarely watch regular antenna TV. So it's pretty easy for me to avoid.
Absolutely. I just would want to look it up. I like it. I want to know more.
I've only seen the very first Guardians 2 trailer.
I didn't know they had more.
Boom. Exactly.
So there you go. Well, anyway.
I didn't watch that ridiculous Spider-Man trailer that came out that apparently is the entire movie.
Huh. Well, anyway, another thing real fast while I'm thinking about it. I did see one person comment on Twitter that they were like, so am I watching the trailer for Thor Ragnarok makes me realize that there's probably not ever going to be a Planet Hulk movie. And then it was like a sad face. They were really sad about it.
Who cares? Come on.
So
we don't need a Planet Hulk movie.
yeah, I don't think we do.
And this will be parts of this will be all the fun parts of Planet Hulk.
Probably, yeah.
He gets the gladiator battle. I wonder how long that's going to be because,
They make it, I mean, it's the highlight of the trailer, but it doesn't look like it's going to be forever because, I mean, we already know that he fights Hulk.
right.
So,
like,
I mean,
I don't think that's
what else do you need
that's
to
not
know?
him getting Hulk out of there. I don't believe is going to be the main conflict in the movie.
No. It is going to be really interesting, though, because Hulk, he only has so much brain function when he's Hulk,
I saw that Lou
Sometimes he
Ferrigno
can
was
kind of
rumored
realize who
to
you
do the
are.
voice of the Hulk.
Really?
Right.
Wait, but Bruce Banner, but
Well, Bruce Banner's the Hulk.
the guy
and-
who plays the Hulk.
What?
The guy who plays the Hulk.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Shouldn't he be the voice of the Hulk?
Well, I just heard. I think that he's in the credits, and I think that it'll be like grunts and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like for
maybe.
fun.
Yeah.
Just like as a nod to Lou Ferrigno, because
Fair enough.
I remember that there was an Easter egg, I think, in the Avengers where there was one frame where the Hulk's face changed to the Lou Ferrigno's Hulk's face
That's funny. Yeah.
for like a split.
it's nice
split
that
second.
they give him that.
But the director of this, okay, I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not going to say it, but he was the director of What We Do in the Shadows, which is a very popular indie movie
Okay.
that has Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords in it, and it's vampires, and it's funny. Hunt for the Wilder People, which I really want to see.
Okay.
which is another indie movie, and it's really funny, really highly
When
rated.
did that come out?
Last year?
Okay,
2 years
because
ago?
I've heard of it, and I did see somebody on Twitter talking about that too.
It wasn't released here.
There were people on Twitter saying, okay, I just found out, or I just saw the trailer, and I saw that it was by the guy who did Hunt for the Wilder People, so now I'm super excited.
He also directed a few episodes of Flight of the Conchords, the show.
Ooh.
And he did the Team Thor shorts. He directed the Team Thor shorts
You're going to have to tell me what that is.
with Daryl.
That's okay. I didn't know what they called them. So you're talking about the shorts on YouTube where it's just Thor and he's talking to his roommate.
Yeah.
He had to get a roommate, and so he got a roommate with a normal guy named Daryl. They're in Australia, right?
I think so.
Somewhere, and they're funny. If you haven't seen them, look them up. They're really funny.
They're amazing. And so, this guy, he doesn't have action movie experience directing, but he certainly has comedy experience and Australian people and New Zealand people experience.
I don't think that having action movie experience is nearly as important as having, quality movie experience, because if you get, people who know what they're doing with the special effects, you can make action great. That's
and then
fine.
There isn't any sort of...
You need to have a good eye for the rest of it,
There isn't any sort of extraordinary writers for this one that you would like that have done really crazy things. It's just people who were involved with the past Thor movies, people who wrote a few cartoons and stuff for Marvel. And then there was one guy who I think wrote all, or at least executive produced and oversaw the writing of all of Agent Carter.
Ooh. That's a good show. Would you say that most likely Natalie Portman will not be in this?
I don't think I
know
saw
you were
her.
scrolling through the list. I don't think she's going to be in it. We've all kind of talked about this, everybody in the world.
About how she hates being in Marvel
about
movies.
How she doesn't really care at all about being Jane, and she clearly
Natalie Portman,
is like
the only person
constantly...
that doesn't want to be in these movies.
She's clearly always... perturbed that she has to waste her time with it. Like even in the movie when she's supposed to be acting, and we all know she's a good actress. We've seen her in other things and we know she can act.
Yeah, like when she's Queen Amidala.
Yeah, so we know she can act, but
she didn't want to be in those either.
Yeah, exactly. But you can tell, like, when
she would
she's
rather
just,
be in Friends with Benefits.
You could totally tell when she's half-assing it. When she's just like, oh, yeah, Thor. Yay. I'm like, literally anyone would just kill to get to be in the position that you are in. You get to pretend to be Chris Hemsworth's girlfriend.
She didn't even show up to do that last kiss.
Eye. And yeah, you're just like, can you put a wig on his wife, please? I'd have better things to do. And it's like, Natalie, what's going on, ma'am? I mean, I'm sure she has... somebody that she loves. I don't know. But, you're an actor. Why not enjoy acting like you're with Chris Hemsworth?
I don't think professionals
Thor.
do that.
What?
I don't think professional actors think about it that way.
Oh, I bet you Brad Pitt does.
Well.
He thinks about it so hard that he destroys marriages with it.
Brad Pitt gets cast as Brad Pitt. He just shows up and is himself.
Point is, it doesn't hurt. If you have to pretend to like somebody, it doesn't hurt that they're a pretty person.
Mm-hmm. But I am really interested in what role Loki's going to play in this, because apparently he's in it throughout the whole thing. But also he didn't seem to be like the mastermind.
It's weird. He seems almost like a side character.
Maybe it's reversed. So like now that he's taken over Asgard, right?
But Asgard is dead, as they say in the trailer.
That's what I'm getting to. If as he's taken over Asgard now, and then this woman comes and destroys the whole thing, and then he imprisons Thor somewhere on some weird planet, Loki tries to go find him to get his help to get Asgard back.
Perhaps.
In his power.
Perhaps, and then maybe he's playing it up, acting like he's one of them or something. The woman, Kate Blanchett, I do feel like she's kind of a Loki-esque character, the way they make her look.
Well, she's obviously all powerful.
Well, yeah, she, for those of you who haven't seen the trailer, definitely go and watch it after this if you haven't seen it.
Shatters Mjolnir to smithereens.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she grabs Thor's hammer when he throws it at her, and then
Mjolnir?
she just, I guess if that's what you call it, and then she just crushes it, and it shatters. Which is crazy because she's a little skinny lady,
Well, she has superpowers.
But also, I'm pretty sure that that's her with the horns.
Was it? I think
so. I don't know. It didn't look like it to me, but here's the thing. I don't know Kate Blanchett enough to really know. And people were showing photos that were like 4 photos of her, and one of them was the horn. So I'm guessing it's her.
Okay. Well, maybe it is.
So that's another reason, though, that it reminds me of Loki, because she's kind of got the emo thing going on and the dark hair and the pale face. And then
Is that an
she
emo
wears
thing? Or is
horns.
that just a person and how they look?
I mean, okay, in fairness, there are people with dark hair and pale faces. That happens. But what I'm saying is emo people were generally known for not going out in the sun a lot, just staying in and being sad. So their skin would naturally be pale. And then also... I think that a lot of them would dye their hair dark, so that's where the stereotype comes from. Is that good for you?
I guess.
Is that a good explanation?
Yeah, explanation.
Well, not to mention, they both have a lot of eye makeup.
I think that there's only one thing that I'm really worried about with this movie.
Oh, no.
And that, well...
What is it?
It's just that I don't know if there will be enough time for everyone and their hilarity.
I think it'll be fine.
Well, because you're going to have Thor, the Hulk, and Bruce Banner, and those two together are amazing.
Yep.
Thor and Loki together are amazing.
They're probably the best thing in all of the Marvel universes when they're talking.
And I bet that Thor and Benedict Cumberbatch together are going to be awesome as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, think about how many people are in Guardians of the Galaxy and some of these other movies. I mean, even the Avengers. That, like, when they first said they were going to do the Avengers, it's like, how on earth?
Yeah, I guess
how on
you're
earth
right.
are you going to have that many heroes and still give each of them?
But that was Joss
their
Whedon,
moment?
though. And
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
but I mean, Avengers 2, was that him too?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Point is, we know that it's doable, and they haven't disappointed, even with the stuff that wasn't Joss. They still haven't disappointed.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, a big part of the reason that it worked, just like in a lot of those like team movies, is because a lot of the interactions between everyone has to be you learning about the character.
Yeah.
When you have characters that you already know, maybe there will be less to work with. I don't know.
I think it'll be fine.
I wonder how long Doctor Strange is going to be.
I think this is a story that most people don't know, and I bet you Doctor Strange isn't going to be a huge part.
No?
No, he just had his own movie.
Do you think he's going to use the Eye of Agamotto?
I mean, that's all he did really in his movie, so why not? And if you have the Eye of Agamotto, why would you use anything else?
Maybe this is where the Eye of Agamotto gets stolen.
Uh-oh.
For the Infinity Stone.
No, I forgot I had that. Oh, man. Yeah,
So many questions.
You got to think about this.
This is why I don't want to watch any more trailers. I want to go in there thinking all of this stuff, you know?
Is this the last one before the next Avengers movie? I mean, if you don't count Spider-Man, because I don't count Spider-Man.
I don't think so. But maybe.
I think it is.
Guardians.
Okay.
Galaxy Guardians.
There will be another Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man, and then I think...
I saw someone on Facebook say it as Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's funny.
remember
But yeah,
who it
no,
was,
I
though.
think that most likely after those, we're going to have the next Avengers, and that's going to be awesome. And so anyway, regardless, most likely this one is going to set up for that.
All right,
in
well,
some
let's
big
move
way.
on to where, when, and how you're going to see this movie.
Okay.
Where? When? How?
Are you going to see this movie? All right. Where are you going to see this movie? How are you going to see this movie? Who are you going to see it with? What day are you going to see it on?
All right.
What
I'm
hour of
gonna
the
tell you right now. Okay, definitely gonna watch this movie in theaters.
Boom.
It's going to be amazing. I think we both made our opinions clear on that. I'm going to watch it probably the weekend it comes out, and I know what you're thinking. What? Because everybody knows how much I hated watching the last Captain America movie the night it came out, because all the fans ruined it for me.
Well,
It's
this
like,
one's going to be big
you're
for
not
that.
the only person in the theater. You're not the only person excited to be here. And when you are constantly going, ah!
Who was doing that in the last one?
No, when you're
Because
constantly
I don't
going,
remember that. The ah!
No, but when you're like, oh, every time somebody says something, it's like, okay, guys, calm down. I can't hear over your stupidity.
Oh, wow.
Not to mention, the man doing the theme song with his mouth. Like, just shut your mouth. So, therefore, I have to watch it at Alamo Drafthouse. And even then, people might still be that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because I found out that apparently people are sometimes loud in the Alamo Drafthouse and just don't get kicked out because nobody cares. I have always been terrified of talking at Alamo Drafthouse.
When did you learn that?
I'm going to tell you about it.
Oh.
I'm going into it. So first of all, for those of you who don't know and have never been to an Alamo Drafthouse, they have a rule about no texting, no calling, no using your phone at all. And
you get kicked out, no refund.
Yeah, and no talking. You get kicked out, no refund. They will give you one warning, it says. So the point is, I'm a talker. I often lean over to Charlie and whisper things about the movie.
And to be honest, this is why we started going to Alamo Drafthouse.
Why?
No reason. Continue.
You shut your face. You love my commentary. But the point is, I would be respectful about it. I don't want to ruin it for other people. But I was terrified the first time we went that I was going to get kicked out, that I would say something small and get kicked out. And luckily, that's never happened. I have never really said much, you know. But a few friends of mine went to see the movie Get Out there. And apparently the entire movie, everybody in the theater was just talking out loud about the movie to each other, like all their reactions and stuff. Like they were just
Really?
like, get out of there. No, run. Like everybody was just yelling at the screen and everybody was cool with it and nobody got kicked out.
Well, I think there would be more
That blows
reaction
my
during
mind.
this one just because of how huge of a movie it is and the people that are in it and all of that
I just
stuff.
can't believe that I could talk and not get kicked out. But you know what? Kicked out, get out. But no, you know what?
But you would get kicked out if you were just talking.
In the movie Get Out, I understand why people reacted though, because I try really hard to be quiet in that theater, and even still, when I was there, I was like, no.
Oh, God.
You know, like I was just, sometimes you just got to verbally express your fear when you're in a theater.
Yeah, I think I gave a little audible shudder with the no girl.
Me and the lady next to me almost exactly would have the same reactions when we did do anything audible, but but we weren't like over the top. I heard the people in the other theater were over the top, but
So I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah,
Alamo Drafthouse
woo!
weekend. I kind of want to see it during the day.
oh yeah, that would be great.
I
Daytime
don't really know
viewing?
why. Do you know why?
Yeah, because there'd be still a lot of people there, but I feel like a different kind of people.
Yeah.
The people who are real rude are younger for the most part, especially teenagers. Oh, Lord. And, you know, they're going to go at night because it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it interesting how we've kind of switched over to lady eye candy in movies?
What are you talking about?
This movie is filled with like
I see what you're saying.
all females Hollywood crushes, like all of
I
them,
see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean,
including
all
Jeff
different-
Goldblum.
all different kinds of people. I don't get the Jeff Goldblum thing, but I have a friend who is crazy about him on Facebook. She's just like,
Yeah, because he's
she's just
awesome.
like, and I'm like, I don't get it. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of
Just
good-looking
find it
guys in
interesting.
it. A lot of people like Benedict Cumberbatch, and given, you know, depending on the day, I think he's hideous, and then I'm like, oh no, I get
No,
it.
it depends on what you're watching. If you're watching Sherlock, you're into him.
If I'm watching Sherlock, I'm like, you can solve my mystery.
Okay.
But if I'm watching anything else, I'm like, I
Mystery
don't like
box.
his face. But no, I don't like his face most of the time, but he's an amazing actor. And honestly, you can win me over if you're an amazing actor. And he is. He is a great Sherlock. But yeah, I mean, point is, they have a little something for everyone. They got the little emo looking Loki, Tom Hiddleston with the dark hair, pale face. He's one of the few people in the
Ooh,
world
I do like
that I
that
think
girl.
looks
What's her
best
name?
when he's pale and dark hair. Like, that's not normally my style, but I'm like, you go Tom Hiddleston.
Tessa Thompson, the girl.
Oh my
from,
gosh, yeah. We haven't even
Westworld.
mentioned that. Yeah, there's a girl from Westworld who plays, she's on the board in Westworld, if you've seen Westworld. And I recognize her so much, like even when she was in Westworld. I know I've seen her in something else. I'm just not sure what.
Oh, yeah, and Idris Elba's in it.
Oh, well, yeah. Of course he is.
Idris.
He calls himself Idris, so that's what I will call him. But for real, though, yeah, of course he's in it. It's Thor. He's in all the Thor
Well, yeah,
movies.
but I was saying that's another one of the.
Oh, yeah,
the
another
ladies
eye
love 'em.
candy, yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, yeah,
You've
and
kind
it's
of
not like
switched
Kate
over.
Blanchett is known for being a sex symbol by any means.
No.
The other girl kind of, but she's not like...
Tessa Thompson. Not
yeah,
really.
but she's not well known. I mean,
No.
she's gorgeous, though. They're both pretty women, obviously, but...
Pretty
yeah.
women.
But I think you're right. This is kind of a little bit of a eye candy for the ladies. And you know what? I'm not going to complain.
Ladies want him. Men want to
Hang
be
on,
him.
but it does help that they're all really good actors too. You know, that really helps, I think. Because, I mean, it's annoying, even I think for guys who care about movies like yourself, it's annoying when they pick a really hot person, like a hot girl, and the movie's bad because she's a bad actor.
Indiana Jones.
It's like
Temple of Doom.
irritating. Is that girl supposed to be hot? Or just,
Yeah,
she was just
for the
supposed to
time.
be, I thought she was just the guy's wife.
Yeah, she was Steven Spielberg's wife.
Yeah, I don't think she was hot. I think Heath might have thought she was hot, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you
that's
mean,
just
though.
the first one that
But
came
that
to
was
my
awful,
mind.
though. Yeah, like, it's like, this is a good movie, and then every
Oh,
time
when
this woman
Kate
opens
Upton
her
was in
mouth,
that
it's like,
movie?
ugh. Which movie?
That movie with Cameron Diaz and what's her name?
Oh, dear Lord, that looked bad.
Yeah, the one where they all try and
They're
like...
all cheating on people.
Oh, they're all
or-
getting cheated on
Yeah, and then they all...
by the same guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's move on to some Rotten
Moving
Tomatoes
on.
percentages.
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes percentages. All right. Rotten Tomatoes. Who's ready?
Sounds like you are in your weird voice.
Rotten Tomatoes percentages. Thor Ragnarok 98%
Okay, for both?
for both.
For both critics and fans.
Yes.
/ viewers.
Just fans.
All right. Thor Ragnarok, Rotten Tomatoes. This is toughie.
Uh-oh.
It's so tough, man. It really is nowadays. I never know what those critics are thinking. I'm going to go 95 critics. I'm going to go 98 audience.
Yeah.
If it gets less than 98, I'll be surprised. Because the thing is, that doesn't happen that often anymore. A lot more people on both sides, critics and audience, are being more critical.
Oh.
But what was it? Something recently had 98%.
Get Out.
Oh yeah,
Get
that's
Out
worth
has
it.
99%.
So I'm just saying.
However,
every once in
that
a
is
while,
a
movie
perfect
comes around where it
example.
makes sense.
That's a perfect example, though, of why Rotten Tomatoes kind of fails sometimes, is because everyone just liked Get Out at differing rates, right?
Yeah,
just
but everybody liked it.
anywhere from like 60% and above, people like Get Out, and so therefore it got a 99%.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the thing that my brother hates. He's always talking about how Rotten Tomatoes isn't reliable, but it is reliable as far as should you or should you not go and see a movie. If everybody hates
Yeah,
it, if
that's
it
why
is
I like
rotten,
it.
if it is rotten, that means that the majority of people gave it below 50%.
Yeah.
So, if it's fresh, then, you might want to go see it. That doesn't mean it's going to be, when it's 98%, that doesn't mean it's going to be 98% good in your mind, but it means that 98% of the people who saw it gave it above 50%. So that's why my brother doesn't like it, though, because it's like, well, what if, 100% of the people gave it 65?
Well, then it's still good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. 65 is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from, but it's just a really good, easy way to see if you're going to go see a movie or not.
This movie is going to be amazing.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be
It's
super
going to be
fun.
funny. It's going to have action. It's going to have hot guys. It's going to have attractive women. It's going to be in space. And, it's going to be 80s-ish.
Mhm.
Even all the graphics and stuff were 80s. They
Yeah,
had, like,
and we
the
didn't even,
neon signs.
I mean,
and-
Led Zeppelin's not 80s, but that
no,
Led Zeppelin
but yeah,
song,
that
man.
Led Zeppelin song. Oh, this is another case of a great trailer because of a great song.
Well, it was a great trailer anyway.
It was anyway,
and it
but
was
I'm just
made
saying,
an amazing trailer
Like the
with an
second they
amazing
started
song.
with that, what is that? The Immigrant Song?
Uh-huh.
The second they started with that, I was
With
like,
what?
oh, here we go. Led Zeppelin.
With what part of it though?
That part.
I thought you were gonna do the scream, but that was almost
That's
better.
not where it starts, man. There you go. That's a little taste for you guys.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Go see
think
Thor
so.
Ragnarok. It's gonna be amazing.
Can I do a couple of plugs here?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm going to anyway. Check us out at mttpodcast.com. You can see all of our old episodes, all of our blogs. We're always putting stuff up. Also, please talk to us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter at MTT Podcast. And subscribe on iTunes, share us with your friends, rate us.
Review.
And please go check us out on patreon.com. Type in Movie Trailer Trash. We're there. We're going to be releasing new content. We just did a special episode for patrons only.
Yep.
We're going
Mostly
to keep
just talked
doing
about
that.
the DC
Don't tell
Extended
them.
Universe.
Nope, if they want to know.
Oh, I just want to tickle their fancy.
Oh, okay. Tickle their fancy. We mostly talked about the DC extended universe. But no, yeah, I mean,
very good.
Okay, come on. Don't give all the goods away.
That's not the goods. Those are the bads.
The point is, seriously, guys, check us out on Patreon because we're going to keep doing this. We're just going to keep having special episodes on different topics. You're going to really get to know us better. It's going to be a good time. And we're excited about it. So check us out.
Absolutely. And as always, follow Entertainment Buffet on Twitter at Entertain Buffet. And go and subscribe to their YouTube channel. It is glorious.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.